भूत होता है क्या?
According to me, yes.
Paramita, have you ever been to a graveyard?
Yes. Park Street Cemetery.
वहाँ की एनर्जी अलग है, काफ़ी अलग है. और वहाँ पे अगर आप शांत भी बैठे हो ना, आवाज़ें सुनाई देती है.
It's very chilling.
आपने कभी फील किया है एक स्पिरिट का प्रेजेंस या?
Are you talking about good or bad? I have experienced both.
आपने कुछ टाइम पहले लाइट जोडियक्स एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग जोडियक्स के बारे में बात की थी. सो ऐसा भी होता है कि जो बच्चे हैं, डॉग्स है.
बच्चे और dogs, because you know that when a child is born, now they are free from any type of complexities.
करेक्ट.
They are innocent. So the animals, they can sense it. If the baby can talk, then the baby can even point out.
People who are into such exploring activities, into paranormal exploration, do you think it's good? And should one do it?
No, I think that a youngster should not attempt at all, and especially without proper knowledge, because it can be fatal.
It's currently a trend that people will they'll do night overs, they'll try to watch movies and do the whole planchette setup in their own house.
Look, planchette is an art. That the person, that is who become the medium through whom the spirit come, that now then again comes that light zodiac sign. If that person is very light zodiac sign, maybe the spirit can
take over.
So it's very risky.
Like, should I go for Hanuman Chalisa? Should I go for a cross? Or what is the most basic thing?
Sometimes even if it is very powerful spirits, the cross don't work.
Otherwise they do?
Yes. But I have seen that the cross also is taking the reverse position.
क्या भूत में मानते हो? क्या आपके लाइफ में ऐसी कोई भी एक्सपीरियंस रही है जिससे आप अभी भी भूल नहीं पाए हो? Few experiences which give you chills. Well, जहाँ पे भी भूत होते हैं ना, या जहाँ पे भी स्पिरिट्स होती है, वहाँ पे एक अलग सी फीलिंग होती है. We start feeling cold. आज के पॉडकास्ट में वी आर अबाउट टू एक्सप्लोर सच थिंग्स इन डिटेल. अगर आप कभी कोई स्पिरिट से एनकाउंटर करते हो तो हाउ शुड यू डील विद इट? एक्चुअल में ये जो मूवीज हम देखते हैं कॉन्जरिन, उसमें होता क्या है? वेल, टुडे इन दिस पॉडकास्ट वी हैव विद अस पारोमिता बैनर्जी, एंड हम उनसे बात करके जानेंगे कि उनके लाइफ की कितने सारे स्टोरीज है, कितने सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस है जिनसे हम बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं and get to know about this world. Which is real or not, that's for you to decide. So Paromita ji, first of all, I have had great experiences, and some of them have really left a big scar on my life with certain paranormal activities. So the first question, भूत होता है क्या?
If you ask me, according to me, yes. Like if you say the term bhoot, quote unquote, then like in books and pictures, what we say in that terms, it is not real. It is our imagination actually. But yes, spirits are there, both good and bad. Bad spirits actually affect people. We have lots of experiences that people's life has ruined due to that bad spirits. Maybe someone has settled somewhere else. But good spirits are also there. They are existing still now, but they are not actually harming any people. So both, if we believe that God is there, then we have to accept that the opposite is also existing. Right?
Is it, as you said, good spirits are also there, bad spirits are also there. Then why do more than 90% of people, they say that, you should stay away from ghosts. You should not... why is it that most ghosts are harmful? Like, why is it so? What's the reason? Why do you think that?
Look, we need to assess this, whether the spirit, whether he had a bad experience while dying. If he has a painful death, then definitely the spirit will be bad because he is not satisfied with the life he has led. And good spirit is he has died, he has enjoyed his life, and he has nothing, any aggression. That's why he is not taking any harmful step against anyone. Mainly the good spirits are among our family members who are close members or close one or dear ones of us. So they are standing or beside us or seeing us. That are good spirits.
मैम आपने कभी फील किया है एक स्पिरिट का प्रेजेंस या
Are you
like
talking about good or bad? I have experienced both.
anything which is the most impactful experience which you've had in your life, a
Okay,
paranormal
because you are
experience?
telling that how I want to relate with the good spirit first. Among of one of my uncle has died 3-4 years back. On the day he has died, after the cremation and all, I returned back home, and I'm very depressed because I'm very close to that uncle, and I'm as I am very tired. For a moment, took a nap, and I dreamt that he's asking something that give me water. I want to drink like that, and suddenly my sleep got disturbed, and I'm standing on the window side of my room, and I feel there is a very air in the room, a chilled one in the room, a feeling, sense of feeling. I'm standing there, and suddenly I saw that the curtain is waving. I thought my husband has entered the house, and I'm talking that why you are so late, what happened, and everything I'm talking. Then I hear the washrooms, the tap water is falling from the tap, and I'm continue talking that how long you will take time, get out, I need to say something, and all everything happened, and I literally jabber for 10-15 minutes. Then the calling bell rang. I opened the door, I saw my husband.
So you were actually talking to your husband all this while?
My husband is not at all at home.
So somebody was talking to you. You're sure?
Yes, I'm talking, and everything, the movements are going on in the room. And I was just like that, I'm talking with you, how you can hear standing in front of me. So my husband just said, "What rubbish, please let me enter. Why you are making me stand outside the house?" And for a fraction of second, just I rushed into the washroom to check because I heard that water is falling. And believe me, when I enter into the washroom is totally dried. Not a single water drop is in the washroom. But I clearly checked, and I clearly heard that water is rolling down. Someone is taking a bath. If someone is taking a bath, we will hear, na? Listen, that water is rolling down and all. And for a fraction of second, I just sit and I'm recollecting that as I'm dreaming, or it is actually happening, and suddenly my mobile phone rang, and I called up. On the other side, my paternal aunt was there, and the more surprisingly, the paternal aunt is telling the same story what I am experiencing.
So she also experienced the same
Same
thing.
at the same time. It's 4
Wow.
o'clock. Evening 4 o'clock. The time is also same. Because we both are very close to him. There is no difference in the incident. Both of us feel the same thing at that moment only, and the time is also same.
Ma'am, ऐसा भी should I call you ma'am or
Yes,
Paromita?
whatever you feel like.
or lawyer Paromita.
Whatever.
So Paromita, there's people say that 3 o'clock at night it's a very dangerous time. What do you think? Is it true? And
Yeah, it is
why
true.
why is it so?
Because I have interacted with many people who actually do researches on these negative energies, whether a spirit at all exists or not. And whatever I have gathered information from them is that at 3 a.m., the negative energy got more powerful. Then the positive energy don't work actually. Like, I don't know whether you know that, but in Bengalis, they believe in Diwali time. For Hindis, it's Diwali, but in Bengali, Kali Pujo. So at that night, we should not let our hair open because on that day, the negative energy is more powerful due to Amabosha than the full moon night.
Full moon night, right?
So they get the spirit get more attracted with the wet hair, strong perfume, good perfume smell. If it is bad smell, then spirit don't catch you. That is one point.
That's a very good point. So, thank God I've not been applying perfume. So,
Good perfume attracts spirits.
what all are the other things which attract spirits? Like,
Wet hair, good perfume, not candles.
not
No,
candles.
not candles. Because we believe now that if there is fire, they stay away from it.
Okay. Spirits should stay away from it. So,
Another small things, whether you can check that in the house there is a presence of spirits, whether good or bad, that I don't know. But if you want to check that whether in certain houses you can see that there are too many clocks,
yes, yes.
you change the battery, after 1 or 2 days the clock get again stuck. That means something is there in that house. Frequent stopping of the clock is a sign that the house has some spirits.
पारोमिता जी आपने कहा कि ओके देयर आर साइंस लाइक घर में घड़ी रुक जाना एंड और भी इस तरह के साइंस है. क्या क्या और साइंस है विच टेल अस दैट ओके देयर इज समथिंग हियर विच इज फिशी?
Okay, like breaking of glasses. So it can be cup. It frequently when you don't feel why the cup is falling from your hand. Maybe you are holding the cup very strongly. You don't know. You don't feel why it is falling from your hand. Maybe the mirror, without any reason, a slight push, the mirror is breaking. Or another thing is the food or lemon is easily getting rotten.
So
It is not taking, like if you bring a lemon from the market, if you keep in the fridge, it definitely, now the fridge is well
at
technologically
least 10
advanced.
days it should be okay.
But if you keep that lemon in any corner of the kitchen, it is too early, it is getting rotten.
So these are the signs that, you know, how can a person, if a person knows, okay, there's a spirit in the house, maybe the glasses are breaking very often, the lemon is getting rotten, what should one do? What should I do? Like if I
Like
sense,
just previously I told you that if you believe the devil, you have to believe in God as well. So there is no other alternative. You have to do in your house puja and all, but you have to find the correct person who can do that spiritual things correctly. Because many people are there who will say that I will do this and that, but actually they don't know how to do that havan and all. Havan do work.
how one does work.
So definitely you have to track the right person who can do that thing. In this relate, I can share you an experience of mine. Not mine actually. There is a flat where a Bihari couple used to stay. Okay, so the wife is affected with cancer. Suddenly, the wife died due to cancer, but the husband is out of the state. So he need to come to reach and for doing cremation. So they need to keep the dead body for that night, the entire night. So what they have, the other relatives, they are not interested in sending the dead body to P7, where we generally keep the dead body.
Okay.
So what they have done, they have bought an ice uh, block that we used in fishes to store. That ice block, a very long one, and the entire night they kept the dead body in the flat with that ice. The entire night. The next day, when her husband arrived, they have done all the cremation and all, but they have a rituals that they have to go to the hometown back and they have to do the rituals. But they have locked the flat and went all of them went to the village for rituals. The entire night that ice is melting and the water is rolling down from the flat persons are getting disturbed, that how it will solve the, because the the ice block is very long and it will take time, and due to sawdust it is applied, so it's definitely it is difficult, that it is taking time. And that night, after that night, from the next day, they flat members started experiencing something weird, like something is walking on the roof, and literally the sound is like anything, like someone is pushing the iron rods, like this sound is coming. So one of them went to the roof to check that actually something is there or not with the hunter torch, and they throw light the entire roof, but there is no one. But when the person is getting down from the stairs, he feel that someone is pushing him. So that when he felt that experience, and then and there the next day he make a consultation with someone that please come to my flat and just experienced it. So a person who is more astrologically sound and do some puja vagera, so he inspect the entire roof, and he strongly said that on Tuesday and Saturdays don't go. If it is possible, lock the door and don't allow anyone to go to the roof. Otherwise, anything can happen. And better you do one thing, you do some certain pujas and you call back the person and do the Shraddh ceremony. Whatever the people are doing there in the village, you have to do here.
तो मैम ये क्या सच है कि जब भी कोई मरता है तो अगर चीज़ें अच्छे से पूरी नहीं होती है तो कहीं ना कहीं उनकी आत्मा उसी एरिया उसी जगह पे रहती है?
Yes, because in this incident only, when they come back and they have done the Shraddh ceremony, after that, all that regular intervals, whatever the things is going on, that has stopped after that. But still, now they can feel, but very little bit, but not that regular something or the other is happening in the flat and the flat members are getting affected.
मैम आपने कॉन्जुरिन देखी है?
हाँ.
एंड सो स्पेशली लाइक इट्स अ हिट इन इंडिया. तो उस फिल्म में जो भी चीज़ें दिखाई गई है, खास करके पीपल, द टू leads, I would say, of the film, those who are trying to control the devil or the spirit, ये सब क्या सच्ची में होता है मैम? एंड आपने कभी देखा है that spirits are so dark, so bad that वो आपको धीरे धीरे मारते रहते हैं and they actually kill people? Like ऐसे होता है कि spirits actually लोगों को मार देते हैं?
ये होता है. अभी मैंने जो बोला ना, जो लाइट राशि अगर होता है तो दे गेट डेफिनेटली बैडली अफेक्टेड. Because there is an incident in a flat. The flat is deserted from many years, and one couple has got that flat with a less amount of money discount वगैरह. So they are very happy that they have got the flat in a discounted rate. But before buying that flat, they have not searched. रिसर्च नहीं किया, आसपास लोगों को कुछ बताया नहीं, पूछा नहीं कि ये क्यों इतने दिनों से खाली है, क्यों कोई नहीं खरीदा. एंड दे जस्ट शिफ्टेड टू दैट फ्लैट. एंड ऑन द डे, आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई एम फीलिंग goosebumps on my hand.
Even I am like
On
shocked.
that day, हवन के दिन जो हम बोलते हैं ना गृह प्रवेश के दिन, the purohit, that is the
Pandit.
pandit, when he started puja, he is unable to do puja. He is sitting, he is trying to do the puja. The जो होता है ना वो जिसमें हम
Gamla.
नहीं नहीं कलश
Kalash.
कलश जो है वो उलट पुलट हो रहा है. And after trying many times, the Pandit got so angry, he just stand up and say, I don't need money, I just want to go home. And why you have called me here to do havan? Is something is wrong here. पूजा यहाँ नहीं हो सकता है. And the couple requested that don't go, maybe due to air and something. Then the Pandit said there is no air in the room. I can feel there is something wrong. So यहाँ हवन नहीं हो सकता है. And please let me go. I don't want any kind of money and things. I will not stand for a minute here. And Pandit went away.
And when we talk about spirits, a lot of spirits are also into possession. They possess people. आपके लाइफ से कोई experience where you have seen or felt possessed?
Yes, I have a friend who has a light zodiac sign.
What is a light zodiac sign?
Like certain zodiac signs are very strong to combat. They don't sense the other senses. Something that we feel. Certain things are not explainable. So the strong zodiac signs, they don't feel at all. Even if they sense, they are not get affected with that environment. But with the light zodiac signs, they can easily feel and maybe they can affected.
So, ma'am, after that, what happens?
After that, they start asking the local people regarding that is anything, why the flat is for so many years it is deserted. Then the tea shop, which is just opposite of the flat, the person then he narrated that actually there is a couple used to stay with the mother-in-law, and the husband and mother-in-law used to torture that woman, and suddenly the woman one day attempt for suicide and it leads to death. And after that the police came and interrogated, and they all are in jail now. So the flat is deserted and no one has done anything like Shraddh ceremony, and no ritual has been performed on that particular flat. So this information, now they can relate that why this thing happens, or they can feel, because when they enter, after the Pandit went away, when they entered into the room again, all the things, the puja things are scattered in the room. No one is there in the flat who has done it. So they just locked the flat and they went to their parents' house for few days unless and until it is resolved. Then they went to a sadhu who has done sort of tantric knowledge, and they get an opinion from him that what to do. Then he suggested that I need to check first. Then he visited to the flat, and on that day he strongly feel that something is wrong. And for checking, he asked a candle. Just previously,
Right.
I'm using that
Fire, basically.
fire, and the Pandit lighted 3 candles in the table and asked them to go away from the room. And suddenly, there is a sudden flow of air, and all the candles are off. But all the windows are closed. There is no air in the room. Then the Pandit assured that you have to do puja here because some spirits are presence of spirits are here, and maybe the spirits want to communicate that the spirit is not liking that someone is staying in that flat. So the Pandit, after performing puja, Pandit suggested that because it is an deserted soul, that is dissatisfied soul, because she cannot do her family here, she is not liking that any couple is staying in the flat. So they again tracked her husband and mother-in-law so that they come and ask for forgiveness, and with Havan they have also done the rituals because they are related with that woman. These people are strangers to the spirit. The husband need to do the ritual, so they need to track that husband, that you please come and do the ritual, and they have performed that ritual, and then only they can live in that flat.
Ma'am, like whenever I'm thinking about the whole scenario, it's already giving me chills. Is it true that uh, painful deaths, suicides, murders, accidents, these deaths have more stronger spirits? एंड जहाँ पे भी इसीलिए जहाँ पे भी सुसाइड्स होते हैं, एक्सीडेंट्स होते हैं, खासकर मर्डर्स होते हैं, वो घर एक्चुअल में कोई रह नहीं पाता उन घरों में. एक्चुअल में कुछ ना कुछ होता रहता है उस घर में, फिर आग लग जाता है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चली जाती है, कुछ ना कुछ. Why does it happen, and is it actually true that bad deaths are...
Yes, because they are dissatisfied soul, or either they want to communicate to you something or reveal something that is unknown facts. कुछ movies में देखते हो ना, कोई sign,
तलाश.
they want to say something or reveal the truth that they cannot say when they are alive. So they try to hit someone so that that person gets certain information and they reveal the truth.
तलाश में हमने देखा था that there was a young child who passed away and continuously he was trying to communicate with his dad. Definitely a good soul there, and अलग अलग तरीकों से communicate कर रहा. Even Kareena Kapoor in the film was a soul, a good soul. तो क्या हमारे लाइफ में एक्चुअल में ऐसे सोल्स है जो हमसे कहीं ना कहीं कम्युनिकेट, लाइक मैं घर जा रहा हूँ एंड अचानक से मेरे पैंट में कॉफ़ी गिर गई अगर, सो इट कैन इट बी डन बाय अ सोल टू प्रोटेक्ट मी समहाउ?
Yes, it is possible. I will share my experience. One of my friend, she had 3 miscarriages and she is unable to conceive. All the reports are normal. Everything is normal. Doctor said I am not getting any clue that what is your problem, because the both husband and wife, they have done all the tests and everything is normal. There is no problem in it. You cannot believe. Her sister got a dream that tell her she cannot conceive. There are certain problems in the house. The relatives are doing something.
Black magic?
You tell her to give puja to any Shakti Peeth, popular Shakti Peeth, and free from that barrier. Unless and until she do that, she will not conceive. And the sister is literally trembling after seeing that, and she cannot believe that actually those who have died, they are speaking to her in the dream, and whether it is real or not, it's unexplainable. If you believe, then it is true. If you think it is your hallucination, then it is. But believe me, the couple went to Kamakha for giving puja, and after that she conceived.
So there was some spirit definitely involved in
And
it.
more astonishingly, the lady, when he went to Kamakha, the Pandit there, after seeing her, Suddenly one pandit said, long back you should have come. You need to give puja right now. Otherwise you cannot become mother.
So, ma'am, when we, as you said, that some relatives had done something,
Those who are died already.
those have died already. Okay, so,
They are telling in the dream.
ma'am, we've
They are
also,
not alive.
acha, the relatives have died already, and they are
They
telling
are
it in the
sending
dream.
messages through dream that tell her she cannot conceive because some of the relatives have done something. So that's why every time whenever she is conceiving, she is having miscarriage. So she need to free from that barrier.
So, in our real lives, also, we've seen certain examples. Firstly, there was a lot of accusation on one incident. I have a neutral say on that, but Sushant Singh Rajput. A lot of them said that, okay, there's some black magic involved here. And people often put no objections to her partner or to his partner. And do you think that actually can black magic force somebody to go for
Just now
something?
I said that if you believe, then it's something is we cannot see, but still it exists. So it is one's belief that if you want to believe, then you believe. And if you don't, like, I have an experience. Three of us, two friends, we are walking on the street and we find a lemon on the road. Generally, people say that don't cross it, don't hit the lemon, just pass by the lemon. So my one friend believes very strongly that this exists, and one friend is like, it's not aesthetic. So he said that all these are rubbish. In साइंस के टाइम में ये सब क्या नींबू वगैरह कुछ
The
नहीं
show's
होता.
name is Nimbu Mirchi Nimbu.
सो ये वगैरह क्या नींबू कुछ नहीं होता यार बोल के वो नींबू को हिट किया. तो मेरा और जो फ्रेंड है वो बहुत
डर गया.
डर गया और वो ही गॉट एंग्री दैट आई एम टेलिंग यू नॉट टू डू दैट व्हाई यू हैव डन इट. द नेक्स्ट डे my friend who hit the
Nimbu.
Himbu, 24 hours he's lying down on the bed without any reason. He don't know what is happening, but he cannot get out of the bed.
मुझे याद है मैं एक बार रास्ते में जा था there are those pandits or babas. He was wearing a black. Everything was black, and then he called me closer, and then he asked me. He showed me a snake. He opened his jacket, his pouch, and he showed me a snake, and he asked me for money, and I felt कि ये एक scheme होगा. I was like नहीं मैं, and I was in a bad mood. He's like दे दो वरना दिक्कत होगी. And I was like चल, that made like चल ना, and I used the slang also, like मैं I did it, and I'm like कुछ नहीं होगा हट करके, I'm like हटिए जाइए. And by that evening, I don't know what, I went home, and ये सच्ची कहानी है. मैं बहुत अजीब हो गया, घर पे मैं रूड होने लग गया, एंड सब कुछ में मैंने मन नहीं कर रहा है, निकल जाओ यार. आफ्टर दैट few days later I find there is a ring मम्मी साफ कर रही है, few weeks later rather, and I had become a bad person till then. There was a ring under my bed, and वो एक आपने तो इतने सारे रिंग्स पहने हैं, and mom just threw it away. And after that things started to change. So मम्मी ने ये मतलब हाउसमेट पर इल्ज़ाम लगाया कि she's doing something, she's trying something. We changed the maid and things started to change. तो ये सब जो चीज़ें होती है, या ये जो लोग होते हैं those who are into तांत्रिक, who are into मंत्र, इनसे बच के रहना चाहिए.
Actually, look, the urban people, we don't believe because we don't have time to think of all
Correct.
these things, right? But the persons who are have that kind of knowledge and ingredients that what to use, if they use, it's impossible for us to detect because we don't think in that way. if they use any poison also, snake poison, one of my friend's uncle, the maid has inflicted with the food snake's poison, but they, after his death, after 1-2 years, they came to know about that.
That was the maid.
Yes, because he's a bachelor person. If he dies, and the maid will get certain money or like that, maybe it is her
Correct.
plan. But he inflicted a snake poison with the food regularly. Due to that, when the person is having some problem, the doctor even failed to diagnose that what disease he is up to, because the blood cell is breaking, the medicines are not working at his body. And the after 2 years, the my friend actually, he researched and asked many person, and later on they do certain tests. Then one of the doctor very confidentially disclose that it is not due to medicine or health issue,
It
it
is
is
due
a
to snake
poison,
poison.
and it is snake poison.
This is definitely, this is very practical. But when somebody has some negative energy around, be it in terms of things, because like नींबू एंड मिर्ची, और भी अलग अलग चीज़ें होती है, जैसे इन मेरे घर पे माना जाता है जब भी मेरा मूड ख़राब होता है, या मम्मी बोलती है कि आँखों के पलके है ना चढ़ गई है, इन इन माई ट्रेडिशन, एंड वो क्या करती है, पेपर लेती है, उसमें मिर्ची डालती है, फोल्ड करती है, 7 बार घुमाती है, जला देती है.
It is also applicable in Bengalis as well.
इट इज़ एप्लीकेबल. तो उसमें वो मैंने देखा है, एंड आई वाज शॉक्ड. जिस दिन कुछ बुरा होता है उस दिन वो मिर्ची से इतना तेज धुआं निकलता है,
And also smell.
स्मेल, एंड अदरवाइज
There is no smell. Yes.
एंड द सेम मिर्ची, सेम क्वालिटी मिर्ची, सेम ब्रांड मिर्ची, वो सूखा लाल मिर्ची, हाउ
And you
इज दिस
start
पॉसिबल?
coughing.
Yes, and I start coughing, and genuinely within an hour I feel good, I feel normal, बुखार तक ठीक हो जाता है. तो ये जो नज़र उतारना होता है, इसमें क्या स्पिरिट्स के भी
The same
इन्वॉल्वमेंट है?
for Nimbu and Mirchi, because you see that whatever, if anyone is starting any business, any vehicle, they use Nimbu Mirchi. And if it is something wrong, just now I shared that the Nimbu and Mirchi get dried very easily, within few days.
Right. So it means there is a negative soul.
Like,
Paraminta, have you ever been to a graveyard?
yes, Park Street Cemetery.
Park Street Cemetery. मैं भी गया हूँ. वहाँ की एनर्जी अलग है, काफ़ी अलग है.
And it's very chilling.
It's very chilly. It's very chilly. और वहाँ पे अगर आप शांत भी बैठे हो ना, आवाज़ें सुनाई देती है. हवा की आवाज़ें एकदम like a whistle. बट वहाँ पे ना डर भी लगता है, पर उतना डर नहीं लगता क्योंकि लोग रहते हैं.
नहीं, but after 6, it is not allowed to go there.
Why is it that nights को
I don't know, because I interacted with the security guard there. Now he's not doing job there, but I interacted with him. And when he used to stay the entire night, and he used to carry with him a dog,
okay.
and the dog always started shouting. Whenever the dog can sense, you know that, I hope.
Yes, yes.
So the dog started shouting. So the security person said that yes, something is wrong.
आपने कुछ टाइम पहले लाइट जोडियक्स एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग जोडियक्स के बारे में बात की थी. सो ऐसा भी होता है कि जो बच्चे हैं, डॉग्स है, एनिमल्स है.
बच्चे और डॉग्स, because you know that when a child is born, now they are free from any type of complexities.
Correct.
They are innocent. So the animals, they can sense it, and the babies can sense it, the spirit. The first 6 months, they can feel that something, if it is around or it is presence in the room, they can feel it. They started crying.
Do animals have a particular way of
Yes,
signaling?
animals can sense it. That if there is a presence in the room, the animals and babies can sense it. If the baby can talk, then the baby can even point out. Animals, why I'm saying, a friend of mine, his uncle commits suicide, and the uncle has a dog. After the cremation, particular at 12 o'clock, the dog used to go to that room and started shouting. And particular corner, not the entire house. Only on that room, on that corner,
That time.
that time, and literally no one can stop the dog from barking. After 1 year, the dog stopped barking. We said na that after death, 1 year, the soul has an attachment with the house.
Right.
So till 1 year, the dog has done the same thing the entire year, and on that room only, the place where he used to live, and on a particular corner where he used to sit and do certain work.
So, ma'am, what is the most haunted place you have ever been to?
Recently, I have visited Kashiang. I hope you know that most haunted place in India, that is Dao Hill. It's very famous
Dao Hill.
school, and there is a background story there that a school girl has committed suicide due to some reason, and later on, actually beside the school there is a tree where the girls committed suicide, and from that time onwards, there is a gate which is permanently locked. No one is allowed to go through that gate, and the tree is still now evident, very much evident there, and shrubs have been covered the tree. What I want to planned it to experience that actually whether the place is haunted or not. But what I feel, the entire journey to Dao Hill, Karshiang to Dao Hill, the forest, pine forest, and the clouds coming on the way, and the entire time there is no sunlight waving in. So almost the atmosphere is like very weird.
Right.
And what
Eerie.
happened that what we deliberately done is that after 6 in Dow Hill Road, no driver actually is ready to drive the car. But what we have done, we are asking few people like local people regarding that whether they believe or not. So they said yes, they believe, and they also don't travel after 6. One of the seller, a small seller, balloon seller, I think, he interacted with me and he said that one day, due to certain job, and he's at late to come back home, and he suddenly found a person standing, and he asked. So I interacted with a balloon seller, and I asked him that whether you believe that this place is haunted, and he said yes. He very much believed that because he mentioned about one of his incident that one day he's late due to some reason, and he is well aware that the road is not okay for after 6, but still he traveled because he has no other option on that day, and he met with a person who is standing on the road, fully covered with the face is
Mask.
fully covered with a shawl,
Okay.
and only the eyes he can see. So he said the same road I'm traveling regularly, but at that point of time I'm just perplexed and I cannot find the way out. That which road I have to travel. And I asked that person that can you help me out that I will go to this place, which road shall I take? The person instructed him that you go this way, and the seller followed that way. And when he is telling me that, ma'am, when I I'm walking through the road and it ends to a dead end. There is
Which was never there before.
no. And after that, it is the,
Akai.
yes, a khai. And if I'm not cautious enough, I would have fallen down from there.
The whole area is haunted.
And then he's telling that my mind is not working, what to do and where I'm standing. Totally, the place is unknown to me, where I'm staying for so long. My luck is good that a driver is coming from the way that I saw a car light and I show my hand and then the person give me a lift and he dropped me. Otherwise, that will be the last day of my life.
And as you said, there's always a good and a bad. Maybe that driver was.
Even we feel that that's what I am telling you, that we just after 6 we stayed there.
You stayed there.
Yes, we stayed there, and the driver is very much angry with us and he started shouting that if you have planned such things you should have informed me earlier, and we need to experience, that's why we are just digesting his words. But later on we feel that we should not take such risks, because after 6 we are standing, the air is different, there is a feeling, there is like as if the forests are coming and talking to us. And suddenly after some time, we started saying that let's leave the place now, enough of
All enthusiasm gone.
gone. And the next, what you will hear now, then we told the driver that you start the journey, no more we want to stay here. Then the driver is starting the car is not starting.
And it's scary.
It's very scary. Just
Scary.
believe on that point of time we are thinking that why we should not have taken such risk, and the driver is shouting like anything, that I told you earlier that after 6 no one stays here, you have to investigate, you have to feel that it is real or not, now what will happen, what we will do. And really there is no problem in the car, because we traveled, the driver is not getting down from the car to check that what is driver is telling, you sit in the car the entire night, I'm not going to get down from the car and check what the believe me, till 4 o'clock we are in the car. And more surprisingly, after 4 o'clock when we checked the car, nothing has happened to the car. After 4 o'clock the car gets started, there is no explanation.
So most mysteries, they actually, most unexplained things are what
Yes.
makes us believe more in these activities. So they like you wanted to explore, and a lot of the youngsters, not me, but a lot of my friends, they want to explore. They want to go to the cemetery at night. People who are into such exploring activities, into paranormal exploration, do you think it's good? And should one do it? Do you know about anybody who was a paranormalist or?
No, I think that a youngster should not attempt at all, and especially without proper knowledge and protection. No one should try, because it can be fatal at times. Maybe they are going for fun, or whether it is true or not, but it can be fatal too.
Correct.
So definitely they should have a proper knowledge, and they should take a backup or that courage, that some people who have that knowledge to accompany them. Without alone they should not go or carry such things.
It's currently a trend that people will they'll do night overs, they'll try to watch movies and do the whole planchette setup in their own house with those candles and those chalk marks, drawings. Do you think it's safe?
Look, planchette is an art. And you need to know the proper knowledge for doing planchette. Even I read books, Shotojit Rai many times have done planchettes. and he used to connect with uh, his relatives who has passed and talk with them, but that need a proper procedure. And one of my relative performed planchet, but very shockingly I'm telling you that a person is a bachelor person, and he has also interest like me. He used to read lot of books and interest, but he died very soon at very young age, and very frequently he used to uh, have fever
Okay.
very frequently. And he's just now you said now that he started you started your aunt started behaving very weirdly,
Correct.
but that I have seen my uncle that he's started living aloof in his own room, only very less eating, talk less with people. Only if you talk with this kind of thing he will interact. And very early age he died.
आपने कभी प्लानचेट किया है?
No.
You've never tried.
We have tried, but believe me, when that environment is almost there, we feel so frightened, and the environment is so scary. We don't have, because prior I get the knowledge from my uncle that the person that is who become the medium through whom the spirit come, that now then again comes that light zodiac sign. If that person is very light zodiac sign, maybe the spirit can
Take over.
take over. So it's very risky. So ultimately, we have not done it because everyone got frightened that let's stop it.
Have you ever spoken to a spirit or seen or heard about anyone who deals with spirits and has had a bad experience or a good one?
And that's what I said right now, that my uncle used to do that.
Right. So,
And he has talked with the spirits, and that's why maybe he's frequently having fevers and died very early age.
so that's like staying in touch with spirits is
That's
an
why I
art.
got frightened that it's not what
Everyone's
we
cup of
see.
tea.
It's, yes, it is not everyone's cup of tea, and we should not do that because it's an exertion on the person. Maybe the person will have some severe headache. He cannot get come out of the bed. He will face certain troubles. So I don't think that it will be very convenient to perform.
But you have felt spirits for sure. You have felt spirits, you've felt their presence. अगर मैं चलता हूँ रास्ते में and I also start feeling that, and I genuinely I have felt that, especially on empty roads and full moon nights. So what should I do? Like, should I go for Hanuman Chalisa? Should I go for a cross? Or what is the most basic thing?
Sometimes, even if it is very powerful spirits, the cross don't work.
Otherwise they do?
Yes. But I have seen that the cross also is taking the reverse position.
Okay.
That means the spirit exists there.
The cross turns upside down.
Yes. That what we see in movies.
Correct.
But in real life, in my channel, one fellow willfully um, give an interview regarding that he truly, firstly, he think that it is only for movies and all, but in Bhoot Adbhut series, he narrated that in his own eyes, he has seen that the cross is upside down.
Ma'am, out of all the movies which you have seen, which is the most real experience according to you? Which movie? Conjuring or maybe Shapit? Or we have
Insidious.
Insidious. That's like a very real experience according to you.
Yes. Even the instruments they used, all the other paranormal activities also use that kind of instruments to track that whether the spirit is there or exist or not.
Well, after this podcast, I am in a different zone completely. And I think most of you also are. भूत होते हैं नहीं होते हैं, I don't know, but मैंने महसूस किया है. एंड जिन्होंने भी महसूस किया है दे एक्चुअली नो द फीलिंग. थैंक यू so much, ma'am, for sharing your stories with us, your experiences with us. At least one thing is for clear that अगर आपको पता है कि आपके आसपास ऐसी कोई भी एक्टिविटी है तो you must not try to be the fun guy. You must try to stay away or find the right ways. And आज के इस पॉडकास्ट में आई थिंक हम सब ने सीखा है that we should be aware, we should be careful, and ignorance is not the best way. Knowing more, learning more, and hearing more stories is what is going to help us. Kudos.